Welcome to All Things Trivia. Get ready to test your knowledge with the U.S. History Trivia Quiz with 50 exciting questions. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to All Things Trivia for more quizzes. Let's get started. Who was the first president of the United States? Name the inaugural leader. George Washington was the very first. In which year did the Declaration of Independence get signed? Year trivia. When was it signed? It was signed in 1776. Which war was fought between the North and South regions in the U.S.? Battle lines. Name the war. The Civil War divided the nation. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Authorship. Who penned it? Jefferson was the main author. What purchase doubled the size of the U.S. in 1803? Land deal. Name the purchase. It was the Louisiana Purchase. Which amendment abolished slavery? Amendment quiz. Name number. The 13th ended slavery for good. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Leader through crisis. Who? FDR led through both crises. What year did women gain the right to vote in the U.S.? Voting rights. Which year? Women gained voting rights in 1920. Which document served as the first constitution of the U.S.? Foundational doc? Name it. The Articles came first. Who was known as the Great Emancipator? Iconic nickname. Who? Lincoln earned that title. Which 1804 expedition explored westward to the Pacific? Explorer duo. Name the expedition. Lewis and Clark led the way. What was the movement to end racial segregation in the 1950s to 60s? Social movement. Name it. The Civil Rights Movement changed history. Which U.S. state was the last to join the Union? Statehood question? Who's last? Hawaii was the last state. What year did the U.S. land the first man on the moon? Space race. Which year? (1969) marked the moon landing. Who was the principal author of the Federalist Papers alongside Hamilton and Jay? Federalist co-author. Who? Madison was a key Federalist. What crisis involved a Soviet nuclear threat in 1962? Cold War flashpoint. Name it. The Cuban Missile Crisis nearly sparked war. Which U.S. purchase from Russia occurred in 1867? Territory sale. Name it. Alaska was bought from Russia. What act required colonists to house British soldiers? Colonial grievance. Name the act. Colonists had to house soldiers. Which U.S. war ended with the Treaty of Ghent in 1814? War closure? Name the war. The War of 1812 ended then. Who was the only U.S. president to resign from office? Presidential first? Who? Nixon resigned amid Watergate. What did the Emancipation Proclamation declare? It freed slaves in the Confederacy. Which event sparked the U.S. entry into World War II? Entry event? What happened? Pearl Harbor brought the U.S. into World War II. Which amendment guarantees freedom of speech? Rights quiz? Which amendment? The first guarantees speech. Who delivered the Gettysburg Address? Famous speech. Who spoke? Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address. What was the name of the U.S. economic downturn beginning in 1929? Economic crash. Name it. The Great Depression devastated the economy. Which colonial settlement was the first permanent English colony in America? Settlement quiz. Name it. Jamestown was the first permanent colony. Who was president during the Louisiana Purchase? Leader quiz? Who signed it? Jefferson authorized the purchase. What series of laws taxed paper goods in the colonies? Tax protest? Name the act. The Stamp Act taxed paper goods. Who was the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms? Unique tenure? Who? Cleveland served non-consecutive terms. What Supreme Court case established judicial review? Court milestone. Name the case. Marbury v. Madison set judicial review. Which U.S. president issued the Emancipation Proclamation? Who proclaimed freedom? Lincoln issued the proclamation. What 19th century reform movement banned alcohol? Reform era. Name the movement. Temperance pushed for prohibition. What was the main cash crop in colonial Virginia? Agriculture quiz. Crop name? Tobacco was Virginia's big crop. Who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner? Anthem author? Who wrote it? He penned the anthem. Which conflict was also called the Great War? Global War. Name it. World War I was known as the Great War. Which president signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964? Signer quiz. Who signed? Ozer LBJ signed the Landmark Act. What U.S. policy aimed to contain communism after World War II? Cold War policy. Name it. Truman Doctrine fought communism. What was the name of the Transcontinental Railroad's meeting point? Railroad landmark. Where? Promontory Summit united the rails. Which amendment gives citizens the right to bear arms? Arms rights? Which amendment? The second protects gun rights. What was the name of the legislation that created national parks? Conservation law. Name it. The Organic Act founded national parks. Which U.S. explorer led an expedition down the Colorado River? Explorer quiz. Who led it? Powell explored the Colorado River. What was the destination of the Pilgrims in 1620? Pilgrim Voyage. Where did they land? Plymouth was their landing spot. Which war was sparked by the sinking of the USS Maine? Conflict origin. What war? USS Maine sinking started that war. Who was president during the Watergate scandal? Scandal leader? Who? Nixon was president during Watergate. Which trail saw thousands of Cherokee removed in the 1830s? Forced March. Name the trail. The Trail of Tears was tragic. What was the main aim of the Lewis and Clark expedition? Expedition goal. What was it? They searched for the Northwest Passage. Which president issued the Monroe Doctrine? Doctrine quiz. Who issued it? Monroe issued the doctrine. What act imposed taxes on tea in the American colonies? Tea trouble. Name the act. The Tea Act sparked protests. Which conflict was the last major war fought solely on U.S. soil? Home front battle. Name it. The Civil War was fought on U.S. soil. Who was the president during the Great Chicago Fire of 1871? Historic event. Who was presiding? Grant was president at the time. You've completed the U.S. History Trivia Quiz. Well done. How many questions did you get right? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to All Things Trivia for more fun and challenging quizzes. See you in the next one.